Well, I thought it would be fun to try the Kiev out in the new mode shuffle mode. The new mode shuffle mode. Okay, yes, indeed. Great. Yeah, which came with the French destroyer events. Okay. So, what is the Kiev? Well, basically, it's a Russian destroyer. If we look at the tech tree, you can see it sits at tier 8 right here. And then after that, you've got choices to make. You can go down this line to end up with the Grozvoy. Okay, which is kind of a hybrid. Reasonable guns, reasonable torpedoes, pretty much does everything. Or you can be more gunboat focused and head down the Dolny line and end up with the incredibly fast, swift, and incredibly difficult to hit Zorky. Okay, so those are your options there on the tech tree. Let's have a look at the equipment. So, as a gunboat, you would expect an appropriate kind of loadout. So, we've got main armaments modification 1 for slot 1. For slot 2, engine boost modification 1. Slot 3, we've gone with aiming system modification 1. Slot 4, propulsion modification 1, so that we can jink and throttle jockey. And finally, concealment system modification 1, because the Kiev doesn't have the best concealment, but she can stealth torpedoes, so those are the choices. And engine boost modification 1 adds 30% to the uptime of your boost, so giving us 156 glorious seconds of going 8% faster. What's that mean? 44.6 knots with 8% chucked on top. Okay, so around 47, 48 knots with the boost on. Okay. Turning circle is 690 meters while we're at it, and the rudder shift is 4.8 seconds. Concealment ain't great. It's 6.9 kilometers, which sort of kind of Marceau levels of concealment, right? But only if you take concealment with the commander, otherwise it's almost 8 kilometers. I mean, if we look at the commander build, you'll see if you don't take this, then you're talking about 8 kilometers plus, which is less than stellar. Okay, so commander build. We've started with preventative maintenance, then we've gone to last stand, then survivability expert, and then after that I've gone concealment expert. I'm only running a 10-point captain for these matches, so bear that in mind when you see me get my ass handed to me or I get blown to Kingdom Come. Oh, you only had a 10-point captain. Yeah, just think in those terms. Then after those 10 points, we take Adrenaline Rush to bring us to 13. Then after that, things get interesting. I mean, you could drop Concealment Expert and take Fearless Brawler, and then maybe take Main Armaments Battery and AA Specialist, right, after taking Adrenaline Rush. And then improve your gun turning with Grease the Gears. So that's 4 points, 8 points, 11 points, 11 points, 14 points, 15, 16, 17 points. And that would leave you with 4 points to spend on increasing your gun range, so you could get the absolute maximum out of the guns possible. But you have to bear in mind the fact that you are going to be very visible, and if you want to use stealth torpedo mechanics, because this ship does have the option to push your torpedoes out to 8 kilometers, if you want to do that, you're going to be denying yourself the opportunity somewhat, unless they're pushing into you, of course, unless the enemy ships are pushing into you. So the recommended here is Concealment Expert. You could follow that up with RPF once you got your Adrenaline Rush. So RPF, that brings you up to 17 points. That's a good pick. Gives you a lot of situational awareness, improves your ability to hunt down enemy destroyers and sink them, because your guns are very, very good indeed. You've got these 130mm Russian guns that are used on the Lushan and various other famous Russian destroyers. Not that the Lushan is, of course it's Chinese, but they use the Russian guns. Okay, so if you were to do that, take RPF, you could then spend 3 points on that, RPF on BFT, and then 1 point on Grease Gears. Or you could take RPF and you could finish with Main Battery and AA Expert to get your guns out to that extra 20%. Which is, in my opinion, highly recommended. But it's your ship. Build it how you like. Build it how you like. Lots of options for the Kiev. I do think the concealment route is the way to go with the Kiev, but not necessarily with the other gunboats in the chain. So don't think of this as a gunboat build for every single Russian gunboat, because the Kiev is a little special. Okay, bear that in mind. Okay, let's take it for a spin. Okay, so we're on Trap. It's Convoy. Been playing a lot of Convoy in Mode Shuffle recently. Had a really good match in the Marceau yesterday, so I'll probably post that. This is a Kiev, the Tier 8. It's a bit rough on the old Tier 8s, this mode, because you're often inevitably up against Tier 10. But one word of advice, I would say stick to the objective and try and avoid as many Tier 10s as you can. If you can do that, you should have a pretty profitable time. Okay, so the Liberty ships are spawning at 1 and 2, directly above my position to the north. And they've got to get down to those ports that are marked by the little red anchors at G5 and H4. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, if the enemy team will let me, and this is cheeky really, this is very cheeky, is I'm going to bomb up this line, up the 9 line. And I'm literally going to start early on lighting the Liberty ships and getting them sunk. I mean, the nice thing about this ship, the Kiev, is she's fast. And she has heals. And she's got the Russian 130mm guns. She's got no smoke, however. She is very much an open water gunboat. You can use her island style, I guess, but the shell arcs are quite low, so... And the torpedoes, well... The less said about them, the better. The standard ones are 4 kilometer. I've gone with the upgraded 8 kilometer torpedoes, but they don't do more than about 50 to 56 knots, something like that. They're slow, real slow. So they're just there to catch people out, really. Oh, hello. I have company. Well, the Kagaru's got the right idea, Kagoro. He's come over to light because he's pretty sure that someone is going to push those Liberty ships, and he'd be absolutely right. He's absolutely correct. Unfortunately for him, his team isn't with him. So he's all on his own. Which makes him food for the Russian 130mm, unfortunately. Bye. Yeah, there's the Liberty ships. Right there. I mean, if you're defending, word of advice, if the destroyer decides to go and sniff out trouble for the Liberty ships, support him. Yeah? Give him some support. Anyway, you can see they smoke screened, which is useful, but I lit 3 of them. 3 of the little blighters. And now I'm just gonna head on back. I'm literally going to do a lazy turn. Mind you, can I get a few more shots on them from here? Probably. A little bit of throttle jockeying. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Okay, that's one down. Might be able to pick this one off. Okay. Well, they're not particularly quick, so we're going to reposition, because I'm out of position now. I don't really want to be driving behind them because I assume the enemy fleet is thinking, oh, there's a Russian destroyer over there, we better go sink him. You'd like to think, right? You'd like to think that. But I'm not so sure. I think maybe I could have literally just sailed right up behind all those Liberty ships and sunk the lot. And only the Bismarck there to defend them. But, yeah. Of course, there's carriers in this match, but fortunately for me, I have cruiser support. Because the Henry has joined me on the flank. Okay, Schlieffen got that one. Okay, carrier's taking an interest in us. And there you go, there's my radar achievement. Not hard, right? Okay, so we knocked out one Kagoro and 2 Liberty ships. Pretty successful run up the 9 line. Okay, let's see if we can snipe this guy out a bit. Rears are taking a little while to come around. Okay, and he's smoking, of course. Ooh, saved by the island. Okay. Alright, let's drop a torpedo wall. You never know, I might get lucky. Fire on the Bismarck. Which he immediately put out. Did he put that out? Did he put that out? Yeah, it looks like he did. Carrier broke my engine, god damn it. Okay, so I'm with the Schlieffen and the Kurfürst. I feel we're very well protected here. Those torps are going to run out, aren't they? Surely. Ah, okay. Got a torp hit. Yay! Okay. Try and get some fires on the St. Vincent. There's another Liberty ship over there I'm very aware of. So we've picked the track up again. See, it's not hard, is it, for the attackers? It really isn't. I don't know, maybe keep them soft and double their hit points. Maybe if they had 40,000 hit points each, they would be easier to defend, alright? I still think it'd be tough, but maybe achievable. Nice. That was a nice quick battle. 3 ships sunk. 1 Japanese destroyer, torpedo boat, and a couple of Liberty ships. And we got the radar achievement. Okay, nice. And top tier 8 on the team. Just under those 2 tier 10s, so pretty happy with that performance. Okay, 11k, 10k, 14k. Yeah, pretty good spread of damage. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so for this match, and I'm doing a double, so that's good, isn't it? It's Warriors Path Arms Race, and oh my goodness, 4 tier 10, yay, because we love tier 10 matches in a tier 8 destroyer, don't we? I can think of worse ships to be in, actually, to be honest with you. I don't think the Kiev is particularly hard ship to play in a situation like this. I just got to watch out for the radar. And the Akazuki might be a handful. We're not. Depends. Let me see. We've got Montana and Schieffelin. Incomparable. Missouri and Pommern. Missouri's got radar, hasn't she? So, something to think about. Alright. And it's arms race. So I'm going to head on over to those pickups. Bound to find a destroyer or 2 down there. And since there's only 2 destroyers in the game, it would be nice to hurt one of them. Maybe remove one from the equation, right? And of course, light targets for the team. So off I merrily trot. Speed boost is on. We're doing 47.7, 8.9 knots. And yeah, the Missouri definitely has radar. Okay. 48 knots. Okay. So she can do 48 knots with the speed boost. That's not bad, to be honest. That's only about 6-7 knots slower than my fastest French destroyer. Well, 7 knots. But what's 7 knots? We have heels. And I suspect I'm going to have to use them, but that's good, isn't it? Probably going to need them. 3 heals. I'm going to use this island. I'm going to head to the port side or left-hand side of the island and use it to stop myself from being detected, because I have a detection of 6.9 kilometers, whereas my Shimakaze friend, 5.6, the Akazuki around 6. So they both outspot me. So if I'm going to run into a destroyer here, I need to be careful and cautious. Also, we don't know what we're facing yet. A couple of ships have popped up on the minimap, but we don't really know the enemy fleet's situation. Okay, I'm getting a better idea now. Okay. Montana and Missouri are over on the far right. Oh, there's a Puerto Rico, yeah. Okay, they've got a Puerto Rico. That's another radar cruiser, isn't it? Okay. Anything taking the bait? Anything going to pick that up? Ah, here he comes. Right, we found their Shimakaze. Alright. Heading into the pickup now. Now, I'm going to lay these early purely because he might slow down and drop smoke, which is what they usually do. God, he hits like a truck, doesn't he? Those tier 10 guns. God damn. However, he didn't slow down and he didn't smoke. He's actually moving away. But as you can see, we outgun him somewhat. There's his torps. I'm going to have to avoid those. He dropped a pretty good spread, but there's a nice gap right there, so we'll take advantage of that. And now I need to get the hell out of here. I could drop some more shells on him. I am still lit, so we'll try. I so nearly finished him off, didn't I? He must be on like 2 hit points or something. Anyway, I'm running because I need to go dark. Incomparable. There could be other ships about. There's certainly a load on the flank over on the other side. So, and they could be taking sniper shots at me as we speak. Look at that. Potential damage, top right corner. It's over 604,000 points of damage were thrown my way in that engagement. So it gives you an idea of the sort of risks we're taking in the Kiev in a tier 10 match. Anyway, I should be able to heal most of that up because I believe most of the damage was fire damage. So my heals will return me to a fairly healthy state. St. Martin's picking up the regen buff, which is actually needed. And I'm moving to mid. I'm moving to midfield. I'm not sure whether Shima's gone, but I would very much like another encounter with him. That would be very, very nice indeed. Let the subs battle it out on the flanks. Okay, now there's an incomparable around here somewhere. There he is. So we're just going to drop some torps for him. And I'm going to move away again. Because I don't really want to get lit by the Shima. I'm sort of floating in the middle of a crossfire trap here. But I'm trying to light for the San Martin, who has radar. And there's a chance he might radar the Shima, so... Staying close to my mate in the San Martin. Well, here comes a comparable. The incomparable. No, he's going too fast for those. He's chucked his speed boost on. He's going to avoid them. He had to do a slight course correction to avoid them, but he should avoid all of those. Never mind. Celavi. See if we can get some shots on him. Don't want to lay a widespread of torps. Now we're about to go behind an island, so I might as well get some cheeky shots in. That's the way I see it. There we go. If I'd had someone to spot for him, I would have stayed on the island corner, but no, I'm the only one spotting here, so as you can see, our ships are being quite passive. They're all up on the sea, along line C and line D. No one's pushing south, so they're kind of relying on my eyes to light this incomparable. There he is again. Okay, and his guns are pointing elsewhere, so we might as well, right? And he goes dark again. It's really annoying, this. Me being the only one spotting. It's kind of sucks. There's a Shima. Okay, unfortunately, he just got our Johann de Witt. That is unfortunate. And we're already 4 ships down, which isn't great. San Martin finished off the Shima for me. And the Schliefland, Air Schliefland just took out our Napoli. And yes, you guessed it, I'm going after our friend the Incomparable once again. I'm also keeping half an eye on the battleships that are heading up the one line, the Montana and the Missouri. Don't want to get surprised by them particularly. I probably shouldn't have fired there, because I'm now very much in the line of sight of the Missouri and the Montana, so I'm going to drop some torpedoes and do a quick handbrake. Those are for me, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Not as punishing as I thought they were going to be. And we'll just move away and try and stay just out of his line. Up, there's the radar. Might as well put some shots down on the incomparable. Brune's firing on me. Puerto Rico's firing on me. And all of a sudden I need to head north because the enemy team, Team Red, are pushing and they're closing all the gaps. Puerto Rico's still got me in his line of sight. And that's gonna hurt. So, engine, steering, and 2 fires. And I took preventative maintenance. Oh, hello. Hi, Wisconsin. Hey, Whiskey. I think he's moving too slow. If he was moving a little quicker, I'd launch torps, but he's literally poodling along at about 5 knots. Hard to predict. I think he's going to turn that way, so... and speed up, hopefully. So we'll leave those there. Best guess. And already I've tanked 1 million damage, if you look at the top right corner. That's tier 10 for you. I'm glad we got some health regen. If it was an arms race, right? Okay, there's a Puerto Rico. Oh, he's looking low, isn't he? Let's help him with that problem. Ah, they got him. Wisconsin took him down. Excellent. Might be good for 1 torp on the Missouri there. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. And I do believe he's repaired that flood. So try and put a fire on him in a minute. Okay, the objective's up and we have ships in the circle. There's a Napoli that I'm quite aware of. And a Missouri. And we're sort of sandwiched in the middle. Okay, I think we'll get a fire on him now. Now he's in my gun range. 12.3 ain't great. And there's a fire I was looking for. So we've got a perm fire on him. San Martin's raining hell on him. Mizumo's taking pot shots. And he's burning nicely. Yep. Okay. Good. Dealt with. Right, now we're moving to cap. Been a good match. I'm a last DD up. And to be honest, it hasn't been the most perfect game. I have made a few mistakes along the way. And I've just been fortunate enough to survive. Yeah, I do want to leave some torps for the incomparable. You reckon he's going to do that? Is he going to do that? There's only one way to find out. He's at about 9 kilometers. As long as he's motoring towards me, those torps should be good. Now I need to avoid the incomparable and the Napoli. This is getting spicy. Well, I can't avoid them both, so I'm going to risk it with the incomparable, I think, because he's behind an island at the moment, so I can stay dark just that little bit longer. He's coming out into my torps. No, he isn't. He's staying bows on. Looks like we might be on for a hit, though. Yeah. Yeah, one torpedo hit. There we go. And I would love to stay dark, but with a 6.8 detection, that's going to be difficult. He stopped. He's literally just stopped. I could have farmed his superstructure better there, but I wasn't expecting him to just throw the brakes on. Weird. Okay, we got a fire on him. Those are Napoli secondaries that are chewing me up. Took about 3k off me. Oh, the Napoli's low. And we're down to 4 of us and 3 of them. Okay. It's getting close. And I've tanked just over a million 408,000 damage. So, it's not a bad little boat, the Kiev. As long as you have to do a bit of throttle jockeying and a bit of stall turning, you can usually keep yourself alive longer than you should be allowed to. Got to hustle this ship. You've got to hustle her. Anyway, I'm going to push into cap now with the San Martin and the Izumo. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin is taking on the Rune, I guess. Pick up another regen for the team. Careful, Wisconsin, careful. You're showing the Montana broadside. If you can see over the edge of that island, you're going to be in trouble, mate. Too much broadside. And the Napoli is right in front of me. This isn't a butt-clenching moment at all. Yeah, okay, you're going to leave some torps for him. You never know, he might wander into those, but from my experience so far, people have got some funny ideas about how to sail ships. So he's put the brakes on, hasn't he? He'll be going backwards next. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, he is. He's literally going backwards. He's thrown it in reverse. No hydro on the Napoli either, but he might have priority target. Probably has. So he will have predicted that I launched. Alright. Okay, we've got the cap, and we win in 2 minutes. Close game. Very close game. I'm kind of frustrated. I want to take that Napoli down. He's got no hit points. Look at him. Izumo's making a move. I think I'll follow up with the Izumo. Yeah. Torps are almost online, but he's reversing. Guns all the time. Yeah, about there. Oh god, he's healing. He's healing. Those were supposed to kill him, but he healed through it. And I'm down. So, bit of bad luck. I did get a little greedy there, but in my defense, he popped a heal at the very last second, which kept him afloat long enough for his secondaries to finish me off. Not a bad match. Not bad. You got what, 1,458,000 damage, potential damage on me, which tends to make me think that without me being present in this match, we might have lost it. Right, San Martin is moving around the island. We've got a Rune to worry about, and of course the Montana. But we win in 36 seconds, so they're going to have to pull some moves if they want to win this match. Anyway, I'll probably edit this section if nothing happens, because this is kind of boring. Okay, oh, well, there's only 7 seconds left. 6, 4, and we win. There you go. No editing required. And then the rune fires. Too little, too late, mate. You needed to get on cap. Not bad. 300,000 credits with no credit boosters. 31,000 XP for the next destroyer. I'm running the 800% XP flag there. Top of the tier 8s. 1,909 XP. Happy with that. I think the Wisconsin played well. Although he did show a little bit too much broadside at the end, but whether he was aware of the Montana above him or not, I suspect not. I suspect he was focused on the rune and didn't use his mini-map. Anyway, 22k on the Missouri, 36k on the Incomparable, 15k on the Shimakaze. I should have sunk that Shima, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I have sunk the Shima? Oh well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that double with me in the Kiev. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Good night.